And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lord David, and this is Lobotomy Corporation. Right then, yeah, this is a lovely game I've had in place to play for a while now. It's quite a weird-looking game, this one. It's if you know about the SCP Foundation, if anyone knows what that is, it's like a foundation, like a big massive complex that holds like entities and anomalies and weird apparitionally stuffy whatnot. And they're like created to, contain the anomaly so it doesn't cause damage and fear to the world or whatnot. And this game is apparently like that, which I like that. I probably like that aspect. So I love the SCPs. SCPs are class. Some really good ones out there. And I'm assuming this is probably going to do the same. So, let's have a look. I'm going to do the tutorial, of course, because I haven't really played this. I've seen it played, but I haven't really seen it. I haven't actually played it firsthand. So, I'm going to do the tutorial, so I'll learn how to actually do the thing. So, we're going to management, and let's see where we go from there. Accelerate any conviction. Memory repository. What are these things? Hello, manager. Welcome to the Lobotomy Corporation. Starting today, you are responsible for managing the abnormalities we have and ensuring that we meet the daily energy quota. There's a quota. You can move the camera with the wires, blah, blah, blah. I can hold the secondary... Oh, right, so I can do it like this if I wanted to. Alright, so I can zoom in. Let's have a look at this. Let's try a simple maneuver. When you hover your mouse over an agent, some information about them will be shown in the top right corner. Please try selecting the agent by pressing the primary button. So here we go. So is this an Anastasia? Well done. The information displayed in the panel on the right is related to the selected agent. Some of this information is vital, such as their statistics and the EGO equipment. I don't know what the EGO equipment is. I'm guessing it's just like weapons and stuff that they get, maybe? Please view the section in the manager's manual titled Agents for more details about the information means. God. So there's going to be a lot of reading going on, I can see on this one. The bar at the top left of the screen displays the amount of energy you need to collect to end the day. The top right corner lists what missions you are able to attempt today. So, manager education. So I'm just guessing what I need to do today is just do what it says, basically. Our company produces energy when a product called positive encaphilion PE, a green box. Encaphilion. What the hell is an encaphilion? I guess that's the energy that they produce or something. It's released by the abnormality. The abnormality generates PE boxes while it is being worked on. Please click on the contained unit holding our abnormality with the primary mouse button. So there's a abnormality kicking about. Here we go, look. So this is what I've got to do. Since you have yet to unlock any information about this abnormality, you have no way of knowing how to respond to the 4 different work types. In order to learn the information, an agent will need to perform a work with it. For now, please select the first work type available, instinct work. Alright, so instinct. Whatever that means. Instinct works satiates an abnormality's physiological needs and desires. When an agent conducts instinct work, their fortitude will decrease at the end of the day, raising their health points. Now, please click on an agent. Alright, so the more you do instinct work, the more health they get. So, okay. Agent en route. Each work you can request your agents to perform with an abnormality will have a different result. The success rate for each work type will also vary between abnormalities. If your employee is not mentally ready, the abnormality may appear more frightening or disturbing to them. As such, they may receive fear damage when encountering abnormalities, which will lower their sanity points. SP. I don't see sanity points. Oh, max point. Oh, right, that's them too, isn't it? Fortitude. That's that. Justice. Justice points. Employees of a lower grade will take more fear damage from encounters with abnormalities of higher risk levels. Alright. It's understandable so far. Abnormalities release encophilian. I hope I'm saying that word right. Encophilian. When agents work with them. And we collect this into what we call E-boxes. Depending on how the agent performs during the work process, the abnormality will either respond positively or negatively. When it reacts positively, it will release positive encophilians, which will produce a green PE box. Guess that's what that is there. But that must be the bad one. However, if the abnormality reacts negatively, it will release negative encophilian instead and damage the agent. Please keep in mind that when an agent's HP or SP drops completely, the work process will be forcibly terminated. Alright, so I've got to watch out for both of them. However, if the abnormality... can't pause it. If the abnormality reacts negatively... That's the same thing. So it looks like it likes this guy. It's very sad. I didn't see that to leave so soon. What the hell is it? An abnormality's mood might change depending on the outcome of the work done with it. This outcome can be predicted based on the amount of PE boxes we obtain during the work process. An abnormality typically has 3 states of response: good, neutral, or bad. Depending on the outcome, it may use a special ability to attempt to escape. When the work process is completed, the PE boxes are collected in addition to the PE boxes that count towards the daily energy quota. Each abnormality also produces a set of PE boxes unique to them. These PE boxes are stored and shown in the abnormality's unique PE box counter. These can be used to unlock more of an abnormality's information or to extract EGO equipment. So this stuff I get off it can learn about it, and I can get stuff from it. Now look at that now. After work has been completed with the abnormality, you cannot send another agent to work with it for a short period of time. Until you can work with it again, you can send your agent to work with other abnormalities or let them heal up in the main room. Whenever the department generator gauge fills completely, employees in the main room will be healed. This will restore both their health and sanity. So I'm guessing that means I get all these boxes. Let's try ordering an agent to work with a new method. First, click the agent with the primary mouse button. So it's still the same lady, isn't it? Ooh, I can do that and move through. Okay. Now we use the secondary mouse button to click the container. Please be aware that you cannot accidentally deselect the agent during this process. We still don't know much about the abnormality, so please order your agent to perform insight work instead. Okay? Insight work is the work to improve living conditions, ensuring containment units are in optimal condition. When an agent performs insight work, their prudence will increase at the end of the day, raising their sanity points. Ooh, cool. So the instinct one does fortitude, insight does prudence. Yeah, for health and sanity. They're the 2 ones that I know. It seems 0, 0, 0, 0. Thinking about the centre of the earth. Okay. You seem to have collected a sufficient number of abnormalities PE boxes. It's time to learn about observation. Please press the nameplate displayed at the top of the containment unit. At the moment, it displays the subject number instead of the name. After unlocking the abnormality's basic information, the name will be displayed instead. So I can click this. This displays the current information we have in the abnormality. As you can see, we still have very little knowledge about it, as most of it is locked away. You will need to spend some of the unique PE boxes we collected from the abnormality to gain specific information. Please try to unlock the basic information about the abnormality now. So basic information. Details and tips concerning the management of the abnormality are displayed here. If there is something the abnormality dislikes, it can result in a decrease of its, what's that, Quilfoff counter? Kiff-off powder, I'm going to call it that, and causes problems with the rest of our energy production. Please be sure you unlock and read the Abnormality Encyclopedia thoroughly. Now try to unlock the information. How the abnormality reacts to the different work types is displayed here. The greater the preferences for a certain type of work, the more successful the work process will be. The number on the left indicates the virtue level an agent needs to perform the level of work. Please unlock the information below. So can I just like click this? So there you go, like it reacts highly to them. Go through them all. There we go. Continuing on, the areas shown in the maximum Kilfoff. God, that's a difficult word. Cliphoth. Cliffoff counter of the abnormality. It will also inform you on whether the abnormality is capable of escaping, as well as its damage resistances when it does. Knowing what an abnormality is weak to will be crucial in handling and escape situations. Try to unlock the information now. Okay, you have now maximized the observation level of this abnormality. You will fully unlock a section of the encyclopedia. Or when you will fully unlock the observation level of the abnormality will increase. This will provide additional benefits when working with the abnormalities, such as increased work speed or success rate. So when I fully learn about it all, I get better stuff, basically. Once the observation level reaches a certain point, the extraction and production of EGO equipment from the abnormality will become available at the cost of unique PE boxes. EGO weapons are powerful tools that can help with the suppression of abnormalities. Please extract one now. So what the hell is this? A teeth. I don't know what it is. Type white. Damage 5 to 7. Range short. Let's get it anyway. The EGO suits offer increased resistance to certain types of damage. Inversely, some forms of damage may cause greater wounds depending on the EGO suit it is used. Alright, so endured, neutralize, weak, vulnerable. So this one's good against the red ones. Well done, manager. Here you can view the EGO gift the abnormality may present to an agent. If this information is unlocked, each time an agent finishes work processes with the abnormality, they will have the possibility of receiving the EGO gift displayed here. Please note that the chances of occurring tend to be rather slim. Lastly, let us take a look at the abnormalities observation records. Please, observation story records. In this section of the encyclopedia, you can read through the observation records of the abnormality. New lines will be added to the observation level increases. Now then, it seems we've received everything. We've reviewed everything. Please exit the window and click close. The abnormality in the shape of a training dummy used to train up and coming managers. Rumour has it abnormality was chosen to be used for training. It is the most docile and tame of any that we have extracted. It's called a training dummy, Rabbit, but it doesn't seem to enjoy carrots. It likes people. If it escapes, it is merely following the employee as they leave the containment unit. Now that makes sense. Now let us have unlocked the basic. Now that you've unlocked the basic information, some of it is displayed at the top of the containment unit. Furthermore, as we have unlocked the list of its favourite works, we now know the abnormality prefers attachment work. Let's try out ordering our agent to perform attachment work with it. I click on the okay. Additional parts of the basic information displayed in the window as well. This can be useful to a new manager. Why don't you try ordering your agent to perform attachment work? Okay, so I can't do that one. Attachment. Seeing as you've learned the preferences for attachment work, the success rate of the agent will have the amount of time needed to perform the work as displayed. You can also see the varied details of the agent by mousing over them to allow you to make mindful decisions when giving out orders. Please select an agent to do the work. I've only got one agent. This is the last thing I should warn you about. Each time an agent enters a containment unit to work with the abnormality, that word, man, the Quilloff Meltdown Gauge will fill by 1 tick. Quilloff Meltdown Gauge. Meltdown Gauge. When the gauge fills completely, a Quilloff meltdown will occur throughout the facility. The number on the right part of the gauge indicates the number of containment units that will be affected. Affected containment units will receive a meltdown alarm and will have an alert around them. When a Quill-Off meltdown occurs, the containment unit will have a timer displayed alongside the alarm on top. This timer will slowly drop into 0. However, good sake, that was loud and I didn't even get to read all that one. The meltdown can be resolved by performing work with the abnormality whose containment units are affected. If the meltdown is not dismissed within the time limit, a portion of energy that will have been collected will be lost and the Quill-Off counter of the containment unit will immediately drop to 0. Please try to prevent this from happening. You can find more detailed information about this in the work count penalties in the manager's manual. Right, so I'm assuming when this happens, this goes down. Yeah, if it's not so basically when there's a meltdown happening, I've got to send an agent in to do some work with it. Yeah. Okay, my brain. Goddamn, my brain. It bloody hurts, man. Oh, God, it keeps going off so I can read it all. I believe we have covered almost everything you need to know about beginning managing abnormalities. If you have any desire to read more about it, which I highly recommend, please look it up in the manual. The manual can be consulted at any time during management by pressing the F1 key. Bloody yada yada. All you need to do now is press the button at the top. Okay. After completing a work day, any agents who perform work will have their status values increased according to the work types. After these values pass a certain point, other corresponding virtue levels will increase. The agent's level can be also increased if the virtues are high enough. Those who achieve this will be promoted. Show it in the list menu. God damn it. Man, that's a lot of... man, that was just the first one. That was literally just the first one. My God. I feel like I've just crammed a bloody encyclopedia on this game into my noggin. Jesus. That was a lot of information I just took in there. It really was. Jesus Christ. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Can I just click here? God, I'm still going on. You also receive LOB, as a reward for your hard work in accordance with your management ranking. You can ensure a high rank by keeping more of your agents alive at the end of the day. The higher your ranking, the more LOB you will receive. However, if there is any abnormality lose when you choose to complete the workday, you will lose some of the LOB you would have otherwise earned. Right, what's LOB? Rewards. Is that the LOB? Is this LOB? I don't know what the LOB is. Okay. You can view which mission you managed to successfully complete throughout the day here. Anytime you clear a mission, you will be able to conduct research in the department it came from at the start of the next day. Which I assume I haven't got there yet. Once management has been finished, you can elect to advance to the next day or try the current day. Dead agents and lost EGO equipment will be recovered if you decide to retry. However, you will also lose any abnormality observations, PE boxes, extracted equipment, yada 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 yada. So I can I'm assuming if it okay, calm down, David. Right, I'm assuming if the day doesn't go as I plan it to, and I lose agents and it all goes wrong or whatever, I can redo the day and obviously mulligan over the day. I'm assuming that is. Or I can just move on. Finally, please click on the bottom to skip to the next day. From there, I will instruct you on deployment. Yes. Would you like to advance to the next? Yes. God, yes, my brain needs more of the knowledge. Just cram it in there. My goddamn big brain, it's all going in. Oh, no more reading. No. Oh, right. When a mission is successfully completed, you will be able to conduct research projects. The proposal for the department varies. The research projects are displayed at the start of each day during deployment. To select the research project, you click on the thing and drag it to the open slot. Oh, right, so I've got to So what's this here? Research, interrogation, temporary, educational purposes, research projects that activate assembly summons geo-village relations and damage normalization. We activated temporarily for the duration of the main. What? My mind is just melting with all this bloody information. I tell you what. Please, just do it. Just do the research. God's sake, just do it. Do you recall how you were ordered lob for your skill during management? You can see the total amount of lob you have garnered here. For this part of my instruction, I'll show you how to spend some of the lob to hire new agents and how to... the lob. Lob gets me more agents. Let's begin by hiring some new agents by pressing the hire button. Hire! Here you can view the information and appearance of your soon-to-be new hire. You can adjust their virtues by clicking on the arrows next to each one. If, for example, you desire to hire an agent with more HP, you can increase their fortitude. Let's try that now. Okay, so what? I got this. As you increase the virtue level of the agents before hiring them, the amount of lob required will increase as well. The higher the values, the more lob they will cost. You will need to consider thoroughly how much lob you are willing to spend on just one agent, as well as how much you will have afterwards before finalizing your decision. Once you've finished adjusting the new agent to how you want them to be, you can just press the hire button again to finalize the procedure. Please do so now. Yeah, so this will cost me 2 lob for a guy with more health, basically. And I guess next time the agent you were customizing has been hired. How about we take a look at the information again? Click on the agent. Just like we viewed the information during management, the information about the agent will be displayed here just the same. If you think your agent could utilize some strengthening in one of their virtues, you could do so by fortifying them. Please click the strengthening employee button. Fortify the agent's lob is needed to do so. Exactly as we adjust the virtues during hiring, you can adjust them here by pressing the arrows next to each one. Please remember that, as stated prior, it will cost additional lob to do so. Try augmenting prudence by level 1. By 1 level. There we go. Now to finish the fortification, bang. It seems that our new employee is ready to be deployed. Let's do so by clicking and dragging the agent to primary mouse button, blah, 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 blah. So, empty slots. Well done. Now to give them some equipment. If you recall, we extracted some EGO equipment from the Abnormality yesterday. We can give that to our employees. To view it, click the EGO list button. Currently displayed is the list of available EGO weapons and their information. Now click on one of your agents and listen. Right, who's listen to this? Now assign an EGO weapon to your selected agent by clicking on one of the empty slots. Are these the slots? Are these the slots? Continuing on, let's take a look at the list of available EGO suits. Please click on the EGO suit lab. Right there, right. Just as before, you can assign an EGO suit to one of your agents by clicking on the empty slot. I'm guessing I don't need anything to, like... Please take a moment to test equipping other employees with both EGO weapons and suits. So I can go... Everyone can get the same thing. Alright, that's easy enough. Excellent work. We should head back to the deployment screen. Please exit the list. It appears there is a mission awaiting you for today. It is not necessary to clear every mission you have immediately. It is recommended to handle them as soon so that you will be able to conduct research the following day. One last thing, if you have any further questions involving the management process or development, you can always take a review of the manual. Oh God, this bloody manual, man. I'm going to be doing all this and it's going to make me go to the manual. I'm going to have to read the bloody manual. Next, I will briefly explain how to deal with emergency situations that may arise while you're managing the abnormalities. When you're ready, please begin the next day of management. Oh, God, would you like to... Yes, keep cramming the knowledge. My brain is like pulsating right now with so much knowledge. It hurts a little bit, but just keep cramming it in. Cram it in for me, come on. Allow me to explain how the manager should deal with emergency situations. Right, the number displayed here is the quill-off counter. Where? Number displayed where? It will decrease if you happen to violate the managerial guidelines showing that the abnormalities encyclopedia or fail to avert the quill-off meltdown in time. Oh, there. There, right. The number displayed is the quill-off counter. It will decrease if you happen to violate. Right, so I don't want that to go down then. So now you must be wondering what happens when the quill-off counter drops to 0. No? Shall we find out? Please select the containment unit and order an agent to perform a repression work. Repression. Alyssa. Where's Alyssa? I haven't... What? Oh, that's... No, that's... What? These are different people than what I... Hey, Tim, you've got a funky style. I like you. I'm guessing this is just telling me what's happening. That's pretty small. I wonder if I can get that bigger. What's going to happen here then when this goes down? Let me. That did not go down. It still says 1. Oh, right, here we go. Oh, God, it's out. When the abnormality quill-off counter reaches 0, they will escape. They will either escape or use a special ability. Such things can lead to rather inconvenient situations. This particular abnormality happens to escape. Our agents cannot work with it while it is escaping, so we need to suppress it. Please click on the escaped abnormality. The abnormalities can inflict 4 damage types. Red, which decreases health. White, which decreases sanity. Black, which decreases both HP and SP. And pale, which decreases health by a percentage based on the target's maximum HP. Agents equipped with EGO can also utilize one of these 4 damage types. Oh, God, my brain. Furthermore, abnormalities have a set of defenses. Oh, God, my... Yeah, that's right. It's like being in school and like the teacher just telling you all this stuff and like, God, it's weighing on my mind. Hey, try again, Angela. Furthermore, abnormalities have a set of defenses for those damage types. Some forms of attack may be weak, while others can be vital, fatal even. You can suppress an abnormality more effectively with when your agent attack using the damage types an abnormality is weak against. So here it looks like it's weak to the white one, I think. These abnormalities deal red damage and is weak to white damage. How convenient that our agent have equipped EGO suits which resist red and EGO weapons that deal white. Ah, so it's probably best to... yeah. Yeah, I get a feel I'm going to have, like, groups of guys with, like, the wrong armor on at one point. They're all just going to get steamrolled by something. Oh, God. One other thing, if an agent is using an EGO weapon whose grade is higher than the abnormality's risk level, e.g. Tef is greater than Zayn, they will deal more damage to the abnormality and take less damage as well. In our current situation, the EGO grade and the abnormality's risk level are the same, teeth equals teeth, so this does not apply. When the suppression UI is on display, you can take note of what EGO each agent has equipped with before sending them into combat. Hovering your mouse over an agent will also allow you to check up on their defenses. God, my mind is frying right now. When the suppression UI is on display, you can take note of the EGO each agent has equipped with before sending them into combat. Yeah, I would like that, yes. So I'm guessing like good against that, normal. Oh, my mind. Right, what's this here? Order suppression. So to go and then Hannah. Let's get some suppression on the go here. Coming face to face with an abnormality, especially so when it is on the loose, can be quite shocking and frightening for your employees. Just like when an agent enters a containment unit, they may receive fear damage. If the risk level of the abnormality is high when the agent level is low, it will cause heavier strain on their mind and lower a large portion of SP. Okay, well, do it then. How do I know when he's losing it? Oh yeah, smash its face. Good one. It appears that the abnormality is a bit too strong for just one agent to suppress. This is a good time to remind you that if an agent dies, the EGO the sign will be lost as well. Now let's order the rest of the employees to suppress the abnormality. Okay, right, well, how do I do that? Please select the other two agents by clicking on dragging. Please select the other two agents by clicking and dragging on them with the primary mouse button. Oh, I need to actually click them. Oh yeah, I can do this. Oh, cool. Now click on the abnormality with the secondary mouse button. Oh, then suppress this. Easy way you can actually easy to safer, easy as well to give it orders when you pause. You can pause. Yeah, listen, I can pause the time when I do that. You guys coming in? Coming in. You're done well handling the situation now. Let's move our employees back to the main room to the departments. Please select them all by clicking and dragging there. So I can just go bang. And then bang. So left to click, right to select. What the hell is what was that? What the hell's he done there? Lazy beware. No, lazy newbie. What? What's going? When an employee's sanity SP falls to 0, they will panic. A panicked employee will show different behaviours depending on their highest virtue. If you wish to learn more about this, please refer to the selection employee panic in the bloody manual. Now please select the currently panicked employee by priming. Oh, okay. Agents can be recovered from the panic when their SP is restored completely to 100% SP. It's have to get them back to 100% to get them back. 100% SP can be restored with white or black EGO weapons. Conveniently, all our current are encrypted with EGO that deal white damage. Please select all available agents in order for them to suppress and panic. Okay, do that. Yeah, what the hell she's doing? She's losing it, Jesus. Woman, relax yourself. Let me beat some sanity into you. God, that was excellent. Truly well done. Damn it, woman. Jesus. If you ever happen to fall into a situation you would wish to redo, such as turning back time to avoid the death of an agent, you can do so by pressing escape. Click at the rewind or memory repository button by clicking retry. When you choose memory repository, you will go back to the most recent printed day. On the other hand, we will start back to the current day's employment. Okay. Lastly, let's call our agents back to the main room. Yeah, selecting them all manually or moving them with secondary mouse button. So there's an even easier manner. Next to the regenerator gauge at each department is a recall button. You can use this button to summon all agents back to the representative forms. Ooh. Oh, right, cool. So I can just click this. My God. The other one just still kicking off as well, like bloody hell. This concludes our basic management training and education. If any questions or concerns happen to cross your mind while you're on the job, you can always refer to the manual by pressing F1. Lastly, there will be tooltips that appear if your mouse over various interfaces. and wait a moment. I wish you good luck and lasting health at Lobotomy Corporation, manager. What the hell have I just learnt? Oh, my brain is on fire. Jesus, that was a lot to process. And you know how much of a bloody idiot I am as well. That was hard to take in. Right. I think I know what I'm doing. It sounds, to me, like going through all that there, going through that tutorial, to me, it sounds like an active, like XCOM style factory game where, you know, I've got my soldiers, agents in this case. I've got to give them their weapons and their armors of certain types. I suppose that depends on what kind of creatures I've got in the building in the first place, but I won't know that until I'm actually doing the thing. So really, when I get something in, I won't know how good it is against some things. So potentially I could have people wearing the wrong stuff when I get something in, and they'll all get killed, basically. But then obviously I can restart the day and not give them the stuff that makes them weak to them. Yeah, it's all making sense to me in my mind, but God, that was a lot to learn, though. Jesus, that was a lot to learn. But, however, it has to be done. You always have to do the tutorial. What kind of numbskull just jumped straight into the first day without going through the tutorial? Jesus Christ. They wouldn't have a clue what they had done there. That would have been lethal. Like, I can actually feel my mind hurting me because it's just absorbed that much information. Ugh, right, I think I'm going to need to take a quick break right now. So we got through the tutorial. We know what we're doing. Basically, we've got to contain the abnormalities. We've got to research them. We've got to get their energy, stop the quill off meltdowns, get their energy off the guys, learn about them, get the weapons, get the armor, get the agents, get the lob, and we'll all have a happy time in our Lobotomy Corporation. Sound about good to me? That sounds about right. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gents. Hopefully your brain isn't as fried as mine is, because my word. And as always, especially after this one, please take care of yourselves.